That's what some guy was saying. Man, I really enjoy watching these every week. The banter is amazing. I was like, you should see what gets edited out.
There you go.
Oh,
I
here they
think
come.
I think that's our students.
Yeah, one of them. How's it going? You're muted. And there's the other one.
Yeah, all right.
So we've been helping Callan and Natalia um, with Cyclone Core, which I feel like they did something wrong and are being punished because they're the students I got on that program. We got them to a certain point. Now they want to take it into Cloud Compare and do some meshing. And I told them that, I do Cloud Compare casually, but I'm sure there's people in here that know it way better than I do. So they decided to come.
I don't know if they decided, but we said we'll help you. We'll help you get your
Yeah.
registration finished, but you got to come to LiDo's Lounge. So
They also get graded on industry contacts. So this is like a 6-for-1 right here.
Nice.
How's it going? I also talked to their instructor today, and actually the Oregon guy brought this up too. They might want to be able to do a student thing where like students help out with the committee. So if we're testing sensors and stuff, they come out and they learn about it and they help out.
That's dope.
Yeah, right. I think that's a genius idea.
really
It
is.
is.
You guys want to introduce yourselves? I kind of talked about you for a minute.
All right, yes, we're students at site. We're just trying to get the softwares open.
I think I recognize that guy behind you too.
Yeah, sorry. This is the only classroom with cyclone
Yeah.
core. Sorry, everyone is here, so sorry.
So and you guys did what we asked, where you guys went and got the statues and separated them on a separate cloud and exported them? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Who here is good with Cloud Compare?
Don't all raise your hands at once, fellas.
I know.
Definitely not me.
Well,
Eric-
let's double do it together. You guys want to pull it up? Or how about Cyclone Core with meshing? Or
I
future
could get you
training?
through the meshing in Cyclone Core, but you can't do a complex mesh
Yeah.
once it's unless it's in your original model space with the scan position. So you have to do it from the scan position, right?
Yeah.
You can't just do a complex mesh. It always wants to go with the 10 direction being up.
So we'd have to do a limit box then?
No, I think you actually have to go to your original model space.
Yeah, but you don't want to mesh the entire model space, so you'd have to do a limit box, right?
No, you still cut.
Okay. Oh, you just delete everything out of your original model space?
Yep.
Oh.
And it's been a long time since I've done it, as well. So I'd have to, kind of like the training portion. I'm still a little clunky, and it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And I only did it a few times because it's not the best meshing software. Worst case, Ontario, you could send it to me via E57, and I could mesh it for you in 3DR. If we can't get it.
We extract most of the features in E57.
Check it out.
We also extracted segments, like big segments, but when we try to do the same with the on-site scan, it wouldn't work. It goes up to 50% and then stops. So we couldn't do like a big segment. It was just like a small thing, like the calorie sign or.
Did you unify it prior to trying to export it?
I didn't unify the segment.
So
No,
you'd have to unify it most likely, right?
Okay. Well, could we try with one of the small features and then I can do it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Did I import one of the features?
Yeah.
File open. Yeah. While it's open, and how's everything going at Skanska? Did you get that stuff figured out, Eric?
Oh, sorry, I was reading something. What'd you say?
That's all right. Did you get that smoke figured out from last time?
I just hand cleaned it, man.
Oh,
I tried all the different tools inside of a 3DR, and nothing really.
stuck
It
out.
just took out too much, dude, because it was like
Yeah.
walls of stuff.
Shit.
Did you
That's
try
nice.
by? I
It
think
is
you said
pretty
you
now, though.
You said you tried by color too, right?
Yeah, that didn't work either because there's so much stuff that was
White.
kind of. Yeah, exactly.
Even with the stricter setting.
She's
huh?
getting nervous.
I mean, I'm not super good at 3DR, but this is what I might have messed up even, who knows, but I couldn't get it to do it. Every different one I tried, it would delete, like structural steel would even get deleted sometimes. So I was like, damn, man. And of course,
Well,
there's a ton of stuff painted white there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like white on top of white.
You probably could have separated out the. It's not. It's. I know you were under deadline too, but
Yeah, it was crunch time, man. I had to come up with something. I was already a week late.
I probably would have segmented the cloud into, kind of separated it best I could, and then done that to like just. But
What would you have exported? An E57 at the end?
yeah. I mean, depending on where I wanted to go with it, right?
Yeah,
So
I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out the whole ins and outs of like, I bring in an LGS file. I'd like to bring an LGS file back out, but it almost, if you can, I haven't really figured that out even.
I think you can. Now I gotta look.
And where are you taking it to after that? You're taking it to HXDR, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
So you could there should be a direct link inside there just to drop it into HXDR.
Yeah, and I haven't messed with that yet either. I mean, when I was doing it, I didn't have an HXDR account at that point, so
I see.
I've only had it for like what, a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe, I guess. And there's a LGS bug anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, because there's a new LGSX.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is fun.
Yeah.
I'm about to just delete it all and go into reality capturing reality. Unreal Engine.
Dude, did you know that they're making a Unreal Engine CloudWorks plugin?
Oh yeah. No, I had no idea.
Oh.
I definitely wasn't on the beta test for that.
Oh, okay, cool. Is that supposed to be a secret or something?
I had to sign an NDA for it.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
But that was a year ago. So
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't look like you can easily. Wait, that might have been a mesh that I grabbed.
So this is part of the statue we're looking at here.
Sorry. So one of the things that our teacher wanted us to use is a featureless wall. So this was the wall we chose, kind of.
Oh wait, so she wants you. So you just need a feature of a pictureless wall. So real quick though, if
Sorry?
you want a flat surface like this, go back to Cyclone real quick, and I'm assuming you have this separated out in its own model space still.
I did, but I didn't save the model space where I cut it. I just deleted it after I used it. I exported
Okay,
the file.
Can we isolate it real quick, and I'll show you the easiest way to get a flat wall featured. I'm actually, this data has turned out okay for it being Gen 1 BLK data. I'm not gonna lie.
This isn't ours. This is the one that On-Site 3D did. They used a different scan.
They use
Wait.
RTC. I can see it right there.
Ours is bad.
Or is that a Pharaoh? What is that at the top of the stairs?
It's a Pharaoh.
Uh-huh.
It's a Pharaoh. Okay.
This is the picture that I
Damn
was
it,
trying
the
to
fair
extract.
data's good. Not that bad.
No. So, but the wall, right? This is where you need to extract now?
Yes, that was the feature that I was expecting to extract, but
Okay.
it stops at 50.
Oh, okay. So if you need to export or like feature any flat surfaces in this software, go ahead and go to your select tool, single point select tool. The first one there. There you go. And then see that flat landing in the middle? Just put a point right there on that ground. All right, now go to tools. I'm sorry, go to create object. And go to region grow. And smooth surface. And it's going to take a sampling of everything that's on that flat surface. And so if she wants you to take a flat wall, you can do this on a vertical surface as well.
Okay.
And it's still going. It's going to take a second. Eventually it'll say okay. Yeah. So if you hit okay, and then right click on the point cloud and hit hide clouds.
Sorry, what?
Or you go to view and hit hide point clouds.
Click on it and get it. Sometimes it does that and then it
Yeah,
crashes.
it's because you're presenting right now. It's going to slow you down. What happened? Why did you should have a surface there. Go up to view all. You remember view all, this globe looking thing on the bar? I have this recording started.
Hmm.
So remember it looks like a globe
This
in
thing.
the center? There you go.
It's not there. There's nothing there.
Unhide point clouds, view. Okay, so why didn't it? That's interesting. So let's try that one more time. Select a point there, region grow, let it create it.
Yeah, it's there's something there.
Smooth surface.
There's one there, but it's a cloud. It's not a surface.
Oh, usually region grow creates a surface. Hit okay, it should be. Is it just segmenting that cloud? It should create. I swear it creates a surface. Maybe I'm crazy.
Mac, you're crazy.
Yeah, maybe.
Now select
So-
that landing. That same
Select
area.
what?
Yeah, use the select tool.
Yeah, see it segmented it.
Yeah.
Right click. Let's see, where's show only?
Just well. God damn it! It's been too long.
I'm getting anxiety watching this because this is such a nightmare software.
Do me a favor and select a different point on the
Yeah.
other portion of the cloud. Just want to make sure that I'm not lying to. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Go up to select the landing again. Go up to selection tab there. Go to view.
Hide unselected clouds.
Yeah, hide unselected clouds. There it is. Down a few more. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
That selected more than just that flat plane though. That's weird.
Yeah, that's horseshit.
Yeah.
Go to you've got that cloud selected. Go to create object. Actually, go to tools. Go down to mesh. Create mesh. Say okay. This one's fine because it's
all
it's
facing up.
it's flat, right? So
Yeah.
the Z axis is vertical, so it can create a 10 instead of the complex mesh.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna take a hot second to go.
Man, that sucks.
Who's working on a cool project right now? Anyone? Sean? You got? Oh, see.
Cool project. Let me think about a cool project.
What do you guys mostly do?
Kind of a lot of everything. It just kind of depends. Like utility mapping, power lines, small indoor spaces, BIM models. Kind of a mixed bag of everything.
What are you guys
Kind
using to extract your data?
Mostly TerraScan,
Okay.
TerraSolid software.
Yeah, okay. DJI software.
No, so TerraSolid's been around for a while,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
more focused on like LiDAR as a whole, not necessarily just like reality capture or terrestrial data.
Okay. Who's that? Oh, here we go. Ben. Nice. All right. Well, let's go back to Cloud Compare then. But so you were hoping to pull up these stairs in Cloud Compare?
Yes.
Okay. And when you're doing the feature extraction, you want a full mesh, or do you just want like lines for the stairs?
I guess the full mesh. What do you think? We're not very sure. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, that might be a question for Miss Buttersworth. Is do we want to take this into a 2D CAD drawing, or should we try and create a 3D model from this? I mean, most of the time people want a 2D drawing of features, right? Because they're going to throw it on a paper drawing and hand it to someone, right? So you could, I mean, for these stairs, you could very well do what we showed you the other night, where you select 2 points on each stair and then just do a polyline.
Right.
Uh,
That's how I did. Should I do something to this?
oh no, I would just delete that model space because we led you in a bad direction.
Okay.
Welcome to the world of scanning, where you try things and it doesn't work, and then you try
That's
something
so
else.
true.
And then you wreck your
So
head.
true.
Go work on something else and it'll come to you how to do it. That's what I
Yeah.
always do.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you guys pulled up. You guys pulled up the wall at the base of those stairs right there in that other drawing, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. And you thought you were taking all the stairs.
So I tried to extract both of those things, the wall over here,
Mhm.
and then the stairs as well. And the wall came out just fine, but the stairs just, it wouldn't work
Okay. For the meshing.
for the mesh.
Look how many freaking globes they have in there. So that's obviously an older pharaoh. Look
Oh,
how
they're
many
using
targets are in there.
passive control.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I guess what you're, and this sucks because we're putting you off again. What you want to do is whenever you scan something, you always start at the end. You want to find out what your deliverable is and what the goal of the scan is. And then you adjust everything from there, right?
Which would have increased our subtracting.
I'm
Otherwise, you're
curious. I need to
Yes.
talk to Mrs. Butterworth and find out what she would do, because clearly if this is what she's expecting, there's a way to do this in this software
yeah.
that may or may not be easy to do. I'm surprised they're not in this this meeting.
Her child broke his foot, and she has to deal with that.
Fun.
Yeah.
Go into Cloud Comparing it,
And get one. Yes.
and then you get the one from the other scan, and then
So, I mean, because how we attack this is going to be dependent upon your end goal for sure, right? You don't want, like you said, how long have you spent waiting for something to try and mesh and it get to 50% and stop, and you don't even know if a mesh is what you're trying to do.
yeah. We
You know what I
waited
mean?
for a couple hours.
We waited for a long time and we just
Yeah.
ended with nothing.
So, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that's going to make an employer super upset someday, right? I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but yeah.
Can we try with the column, like the featureless wall? I don't know what to do.
There are features. Let's schedule another. Let me do a little bit of. We'll find out what kind of features she wants, and we'll schedule another one. Maybe when there's not so much noise in the background there.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. But yeah, we're just gonna spin our wheels here without a real direction. You know what I mean? And I met with Miss Buttersworth earlier. I'll send her another message about like what the goal is. I'll help you figure it out. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. And when does this due?
The 10th of April.
10th of April? Perfect. We got plenty of time.
Thank you.
No problem.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I should have asked you. I should have done a better job at asking you leading questions leading up to this, rather than just saying, "Come to LiDo's." I got other stuff to concentrate on right now, so it's equally my fault.
Stop sharing the screen.
I'm sorry.
No,
You
sorry.
guys can blame me. I'm pretty useless.
Actually, Sean, I don't know if you saw this sitting up on my mantle, but
Nice.
yeah,
Nice. Big fan.
yeah. Sadly, one of those picture frames fell and broke the other one.
Nice.
But
It happens.
yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yep.
Sean's company has a cool program where you can sign up to be basically a
Partnership
subcontractor.
network. Yeah. Subcontractor. I mean, they're looking at all different types of ways to benefit it. One of our teaming partners, they only have SLAM units and they need a high accuracy terrestrial scan, but as the teaming partner network, the NDA and the MSA, all that stuff dictates like we're not going to steal their client. We're going to give them the quote that they pass off to their client, and they get to add whatever fee they want to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a network of service providers to be able to facilitate getting more work done for clients.
Yeah, and I've heard so many people talk about that over the years, and you guys just actually did it. That's pretty cool. That's what I loved. I don't know how many of you get around laser scanning forum, but
yeah,
I love when people are like, "Oh, your scanner sucks. It's this accurate," and then you find out that they're setting their control for their scanner with a GPS unit, and I'm like, how are you gonna like? Oh, it's not sub-millimeter, but you're setting your control with a goddamn,
just
regenerational.
get your control values from Google Earth.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
What is it like the pile bucks say? They said measure with a micrometer, mark with a Sharpie, and cut it with a chainsaw.
Yeah, right.
Why does it say? Oh, that's weird. Yeah. So, and then what we were talking about earlier, Eric shared some. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? He had a scan of a plant of, I forget what plant it was, but the steam coming off the plant, you couldn't mesh it. It was just gobbledygook is the only word I could think of.
Eric, can you show that clean cloud? You got it available?
I think he's reading something
You're
else.
muted.
I feel weird
Let me
being
pick it up.
on camera.
Here he is.
Because I've already done like 5 other jobs since then. So.
Oh yeah.
But I'm sure I still have it on this machine because it's got 8 terabytes, baby.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, let me see.
What machine is it? Is it a desktop or a laptop?
So I got in bed with Dell when I shouldn't have, and I've got they're one of those new computers that's the 128 gig crazy flat CAD RAM. I don't know if you guys have heard of that or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it replaces the traditional RAM sticks with like a flat wafer, and so it maxes out at 128 gigs, and then the only thing that sucks is they gave me 2 4 terabyte hard drives instead of one 8 terabyte hard drive. So basically, I just ran them as one. in a RAID 0 configuration, and it seems like it's working okay.
Nice.
But I'll look. Just give me a second, and I'll find that. I think I have it in a recap, maybe. If I haven't already taken it off this computer. Let's see here.
Gabe and
You
I's
guys-
new addition to our family will get here on Friday.
That's
Our new
right.
our RTC's in the mail.
Nice.
Oh, you're getting a new RTC? Ooh.
Getting a new to us RTC.
Oh, that's cool.
There you go.
I mean, it's only 10 months old, but we're adopting a 10-month-old, I guess would be the way to put it.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we're excited.
Yep. Gonna be sweet.
So here, I found it in recap. So it's not the best, but I'll show you guys how much cleaner it is. And then I think I have a picture of the old one that I could share, before I cleaned it. Let me see.
Yeah, I think you showed
share.
us that.
Yeah,
So-
it's pretty. I mean, it's not. You guys are gonna laugh. It's not perfect, but it's definitely not what it was.
That's a way, way far from what you had before.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
screens was this area?
You can see
So
all the
this one is, I think it's 500 maybe. I mean, there's a whole nother side of the plant that's not in this over here.
You can
so
definitely see
yeah.
how separating by color wouldn't work. Look at all that white.
Yeah. for
Yeah,
sure.
unfortunately, it's very. And actually, I did do so I cut this section out back here because there's a lot of steam coming. You see, I went up this stairway and to climb across to the other tower over here, and right here there's a pipe coming off. And I just for a test, I took this whole area that's dark brown, and it did work. But then I realized that all this white building is what was destroying my other trials of it. How's that?
Yeah.
But over this brown ground, it was nice.
So here, I got what you shared last time. But
I mean,
Oh, you gotta. Cool.
so it basically just takes like the RGB color, right, and isolates, the blue or whatever it was you picked. So
Mm-hmm.
you can see everything in here steam colored.
Yeah, that's didn't really help me. I wish it did, but
Damn, dude.
Um,
That's
Look at
wild.
that. That looks way better than that.
yeah, that's
Wait, I can't-
what it meshed out at. I mean, I'd hang that on my wall. I think that's
No,
cool looking.
It is cool looking.
dude, you guys don't even know. I've been back out there and added more scans since then.
Crazy.
So I got more. I haven't imported it yet. Actually, the thumb drive's in my pocket. So it's tonight's all night mission.
Yeah, I had to download those pictures because on the recording you're like, check this out, and then the way you shared it was to the chat.
Oh,
so,
gotcha.
Like
Gotcha.
all you could see on the video was our big dumb faces up in the camera going, huh?
Oh.
So I was like, all right, I better throw that on there.
Yeah.
But so
But if you look back at that picture one more time, can you throw that up there?
yeah, give me one. Let me find it again. Just gotta share it.
You guys are gonna be surprised when I tell you this, but you see to the left and to the right, I cleaned all that. I mean, I cleaned all that too. And that's why I was really surprised because for some reason I updated Register 360 and the new version didn't clean this part. So like this was like the other stuff was prior, cleaned, bring the center in, climb that stupid circular thing that I showed you guys, and that's where all the steam is just from that day.
That's
So
crazy.
then I
That's
just
wild.
bring it to recap and cleaned it. So yeah. Anyway, this is a fun job though. I ain't gonna lie. Lots of climbing. I like climbing. And you know what? You guys are gonna laugh because you said something about all those targets, but I've got 12, magnetized targets that I throw out on the steel. I try to find steel that's not moving. You know what I mean? And then within a place that I can pick it if I need to. Because otherwise, you're not gonna see through that steam. You know what I mean? The scanner's gonna see that as cloud to cloud.
Well, and 12 targets is fine on this project. There was 20 targets on that staircase.
On mine?
No, on
On
that.
on theirs. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Well, I had paper targets too.
Oh shit.
So I had kind of targets all over that
Yeah.
shit.
Speaking of which,
Give me
you shared that
something.
video again. I reached out to that guy, that German company.
Oh,
of those
what did he
targets,
say?
yeah. I'm meeting with him tomorrow to go over.
He
them.
lives here?
No, you know, I wake up super early in the morning, so it'll be
So
like
do I.
5 o'clock in the Netherlands. It'll be
Oh,
like 7 o'clock in the morning here, 6 in the morning here.
I'm up at 4:30 on my way to work every day, man.
Nice.
I work field hours, not office guy hours.
There you go. And then, do any of you guys have any interest in participating in a study about using laser scanners in concrete verification?
Where's Leo?
It's for Leo.
Oh, is it for Leo?
Yeah. I'm doing a plug because he's actually at the ACI convention. We have
What do you actually need it to be? Well, actually, I'm going to do a scan Wednesday for concrete verification. So what is the?
it would entitle, or it would require you to show up in San Francisco in June. Everybody scans the same facility. Basically, they're looking for repeatability because they did a similar study in 2017 with,
Mhm.
I would say, less than. Sean probably wouldn't hire him for his network kind of people.
Yeah.
And the ACI kind of has a negative feeling about scanning and concrete verification right now.
Oh, gotcha.
And so he's trying to reverse that, and he needs a minimum of 10 different entities, right? So Skanska would be one if you were willing to do it. And like he's looking
I'm not
for
even sure. I'm not even sure if I can say I'm willing to do it without asking permission. It's like
Of
weird,
course.
you know?
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting anybody to buy in tonight. I was just saying,
Yeah.
throwing it out there that this is something, and there will be, your name will be part of the ACI, go out in the ACI magazine and stuff like that. So you're, organization.
Dude, I will almost be world famous.
Yeah. I mean, I get the ACI magazine every week. I don't know if I've read it, but I definitely get it every month, I should say.
Hey, looking and reading is two whole things, man.
Yeah.
You know, like
I need
not throwing it away,
audio
right?
magazines, but I need instead of audio books, which is a weird thing to say because I write for a magazine, right? I should be. You guys need to read more, but
I didn't know what magazine do you write for?
XYHT magazine.
What do they do?
They're geomatics.
Oh, cool. I didn't even know that. That's really awesome.
Yeah. And then I write for LiDo's News now too, but they're.
Cool.
Yeah, but that's just a hobby.
That's
Big
cool.
Harbor famous.
Yeah. I realized too, I don't know what's going on. I'm writing now more like emails and stuff more than I've ever written in my life. And my spelling is getting worse. I could swear I used to know how to spell these words, and I just.
Dude, chat GPT all day, baby.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Make this sound 20% smarter.
Yeah. I will say though, like, you gotta be careful with that. It takes everything I have not to call people out on LinkedIn when it's obviously written by ChatGPT.
So true.
You could at least get rid of the emojis, right?
Yeah.
And I actually did call one guy out because he didn't even change. It had in parentheses your title was still written in there.
Oh my god,
Pain.
that's funny.
And I'm like, you didn't even proofread this before you just copy pasted and hit send.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, and it definitely has a voice. Like, if I would hate to be a high school teacher right now because I'd be like, you didn't even try. This is obviously ChatGPT's voice.
Right.
But Gemini.
I would have still liked to have the option in high school. Just saying.
Oh, I would, yeah. For sure.
I used to get chastised for, copying my book reports right out of the encyclopedia. You know what I mean? This is exactly what it says in the encyclopedia. I'm like, well, yeah, it's a report.
I would actually love to go back
beavers?
and talk to my math teacher and be like, hey, remember when you used to tell me that I couldn't use a calculator because I would never have one with me at all times? Well, don't you look stupid.
Yeah.
But so anybody see any new software they're interested in?
Uh-oh.
Well, I tell you, I'm interested in what Sean was talking about.
Yeah.
What was that you said you're using for most of your extraction?
Terra Solid. It doesn't work with E57s though, but it's it's like pretty. I mean, it's before Revit and BIM were actual things. Oh shit! Sorry, hold on. My GTA just froze. It's before Revit and BIM were like actual things in the industry, and it was primarily built for like LiDAR point classification for like land cover uses and all that type of stuff. I mean, it's pretty solid, especially if you're doing like topographic surveys or anything like that. Um, Super user friendly. There's lots of robust tools in there, and there's a North America. I think they're based in Finland, Helsinki. But the North American redistributor is BAMTech. I don't know if you've heard of those guys before, but they put out some pretty solid content about how to work with the software and how to get up and running. They have a lot of wizards for like the basic drones, like the L1 has a wizard in the processing for it. So yeah, it's pretty solid software.
Did you guys run the L1?
One of our teams has an L1. We've got a Hesai XT32 on a Whisper Ranger.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing but good things to say about Whisper or the Hesai sensor.
It's such an interesting. Can you imagine all the TLSs being basically the same thing, just in a different order? Because I mean, the majority of the drone manufacturers, or not the drone themselves, but the sensor manufacturers, it's all the same parts. Like, Whisper, or not Whisper, but Inertial Labs sells most everybody their IMU,
Yep.
right? And it's all, and then they either use a Hesai or a Valadyne.
Yep.
And like, but they all are better than the other guy. And I'm like, but it's the same part, you
Yep.
know. There's something to be said about algorithm, but algorithm can't make up for too much. I don't know. Can you? I mean, just like, can you imagine the TL, like the major, like Trimble and Leica trying to pass that shit off?
Yeah, no, I can't. We just got our VZ600i from Regal, and I'm really, really
You
happy with
son of
that
a
thing.
bitch.
I'm really happy with that thing. It's just,
Are
dude,
you?
it's so clean, and it's like now for the cost compared to Leica, it's pretty comparable for a brand new RTC 360, and then the software is not like it requires you to be like more of an expert and like know what you're fucking doing, but it's easier to process and it's easier to train new people. So yeah, I'm a
Well,
huge fan.
most of the processing happens before it even sees the computer.
Correct. Yep.
Have you run it in its mobile configuration yet?
Not yet, and you'll have to cut this one out too. I'm not completely convinced that it actually works. We'll see, but you know, I'm not completely convinced because they did a demo and I looked at the data and I was like, okay, you're telling me this works, okay, interesting. Um, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. But
Have
other
not
than
run
that, you're
it in the
pretty happy
mobile
with
yet.
it. I think it looks like P40 data.
Yeah, it's so crisp. It's so clean. It's like I don't know. I don't really like to fetishize data, but it's really sexy.
Yeah.
That's
I
for
just
sure.
fetishize it. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um.
Well, yeah, I just like, I can't go down that rabbit hole too often,
Uh.
The Pornhub doesn't have that category for me to be able to full send on it.
You seen Surphaser data, right?
No, have not.
Oh my
Surphaser?
gosh.
You
Wow.
remember their badges at Geo Week?
Uh-uh.
Oh, they all said Surfair. The band all said Surphaser. It's
Oh, okay.
metrology scanners, but their
Oh,
data
yeah.
is.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
actually sub-millimeter accurate.
Yeah.
Super clean data. I mean, it's insane.
That's
But
crazy.
but they're not real fast. There's no IP rating. There's like other things that aren't wonderful about it, but the data is phenomenal. I mean,
And it's
shiny
actually made
surfaces.
right here in Washington.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, Mac and I went and took a little tour of their facility.
That's dope.
Yeah. They talk
Feeling
about a
like
lot
we
of
should.
targets. There's like 2,000 targets or something like that in that one room.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so they're all geo-referenced laser trackers, and
Of course. Yep.
Yeah, I mean they're sweet, dude.
The only metrology scanner we have is a Artec Leo, and we just really bought it just for like, because there's a lot of like in the metaverse type applications, the people that are looking to build models and save time in simulation, they want some of their smaller end features or more detailed features, and we use metrology scanner for that. So
Nice.
the Artec Leo just spits out a nice little FBX OBJ shape file for that, or FBX or OBJ file for those things.
Yeah, I tell you, the people who can crack uh, a super high quality, super well textured mesh are going to make a ton of money in the movie and metaverse industry, right?
Yeah, I think Preview 3D is going to crack that nut first. I mean, I don't think
You
it's
think
there
so?
yet, but I think
Yeah,
but where they're headed, I think so. And the
yeah.
advancements they've made in the last year, I think
Oh,
so. And
yeah.
now they
I mean,
like have back end support for like they're taking BIM models and plugging them into their mesh, so you're getting all of the attribute information from BIM, and then you're putting it into like an actual user-friendly environment.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I
They're
was watching some of the SFX guys, and they're still doing it like basically they're doing it from an image. They have the point cloud on one screen, and then they're drawing it in Unreal on the other screen.
Yeah, so we had a contract that we did that was a airplane. It was a maintenance trainer for the Air Force. And we scanned the plane, put it into Preview 3D, and then got the work. And they said it saved them like 40% on their time for
That's
modeling
nice
it.
because
Yeah,
that's models.
yeah,
Nice. I'll have
yep.
to look. I think I did a demo version of Preview 3D, and I completely failed for me. So maybe I'll have to try it again.
Yeah, you gotta have structured E57, so like RTC 350, RTC 360, and they work with VLXs. The VLX3 is a lot cleaner data than the VLX2, obviously, and then I think they just got integrated with Regal as well. I don't know if they work with Faro. They do work with ZNF as well. I'm not sure if they work with Faro or not.
Hmm.
Have any ZNF users here?
Not a user, but I'm a big fan of their lasers.
I the most I've been exposed to him was this last Geo Week as far as the data goes, and I'm not impressed.
Really?
Yeah, the day. I mean, it could be that they spent more time talking to customers than actually scanning. But it was super sparse, and they didn't get most of the targets from what I
Interesting.
saw. Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen their mobile rig, but their
yeah,
terrestrial setups are pretty solid.
yeah. And the terrestrial is what I was looking at. The
Interesting.
mobile, yeah. But you saw them scan it, right? They were doing demos mostly.
No, I was so
Um,
stuck in that booth, man. It was so
oh,
hectic.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny because I barely even got to see the booths.
Yeah.
Uh, I kind of regret it. I it was a waste of not a waste of a trip. It was a great trip. Don't get me wrong, but I could have utilized it better by going to see some of the booths. Speaking of people at the booths, I tried to get TopoDot to come, but the face of their company, she's on vacation right now. So maybe she'll come next week or the next one.
Oh, it's Trina.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just I think they could use a little bit of not use a little bit of publicity, but I think they have some cool stuff going on as far as feature extraction and stuff. And they're growing. They're growing into the BIM area. So
Yeah.
the Regal doesn't have any tools beyond registration, right?
There's some light like classification tools inside the software, but not a ton.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the registration is just like you're not doing connecting circles to try to like make a data set.
Yeah.
It's you're just typing in you're entering in your scans and then entering in the control values, and it's doing a lot of the legwork for you.
Yeah. What camera are you using?
What do you mean?
So at GeoWeek they had the Sony ES7 on it, right? And then I just saw someone had a Insta360 on it.
On
And
what?
then I know it has the one built in, right?
On what? The drone?
On the Regal. On the Regal. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
No, so the 400, you used to the VZ 400, you had to get a camera on top, but the VZ 600 has a camera built in.
Yeah, but at the show they had a Sony S7 on top of it. Even though it had a built-in one, you can add the.
Oh, and
camera
on
stuff.
top of it, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't even looked at having an extra camera in it yet.
Which that would be, this Sony S7 or the Sony S anything is amazing full frame camera, right?
Yeah.
So, the granted you pay for them, they're like $6,000-$7,000, right, David?
Of course.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah. David is he collects cameras. I don't even know a good analogy. He likes cameras. He was just buying another one just the other day.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many cameras you got, David?
Just 3 Sonys.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just three, just about $25,000 worth of cameras.
There you go. There we go.
But
course.
they're nice. What are they? 8K, right?
Yeah, the 2 of them are 8K.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What do you use them for?
Porn.
Just mainly
Oh.
marketing
Only
stuff.
fans.
Oh, gotcha.
Marketing OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Join his
Fine.
OnlyFans.
My OnlyFans is only 720p, but I use the 8K camera to market it.
Yeah.
With
You have to
Sally
pay
Quinn.
extra for the high resolution.
Yeah, for sure.
It's behind the paywall.
Yeah. It's actually not a bad marketing ploy.
Yeah. Speaking of marketing ploys, Jesus, that's a whole world.
What's that?
I've just been digging more and more into like marketing, and I don't know. How have you guys found marketing applies to us and our customers very well, or?
To me, it's just about getting the message out there that like you exist and you can solve problems, and then from there, I think a lot of people try to overdo it with marketing and try to like say that we're this and we're that when it's like people don't really want to hear that. Like once they know who you are, they just want to know like, can you help to solve their problems and do you know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
But
and then it's like, I definitely take for granted because a lot of my background is construction, and in the construction industry, this stuff's pretty well known, right? It's no secret. But like, you get out in front of some architects, and it's just gobbledygook you're talking about.
yeah,
But then there's other industries that could definitely benefit from this stuff. But it's like, how do you get the message across to them? But it's getting in front of them is the biggest thing, I think. Anyways, I don't know. That's just what I've been like. This whole week's been pretty much trying to figure out the best way to attack that. So that's why I asked.
I think the other piece of marketing is like the creative. It's like as soon as you get somebody's attention, it's like how long can you keep their attention? So for me, like marketing in this space is just more about like getting the attention, the bandwidth for that period of time, and then following up with a message. So it's like whatever colored background you have, whether it's blue or green or purple or whatever, and like graphics and whatever else you got, then just like keeping their attention in that. So
which during the committee meetings you guys keep on mentioning the blue background that people have, and I'm pretty sure that's directed at me. I'm not sure, but
it's definitely directed at you. I had to go steal something from an FBI building while you guys were asking all these questions. And now I've got 3 stars and have no idea how that happened. I'm just.
Oh, and you're talking about? I forgot you were playing Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, for
that,
sure.
that took
I just
a weird
died
turn.
in the street. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just in the FBI building right now, guys. No big deal.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I mean, that could be that could be your marketing right there. If we're talking about this shit while we're all playing Grand Theft Auto, that'd be liquid gold right there for people.
It would definitely cross genres, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I never understood why my kids will sit and watch someone play video games when they own the video game. But I guess I'll watch people laser scan.
I got this gun called a Widowmaker. This is pretty intense. This is fucking Star Wars pew pewing out here, man. Yeah, I don't
Great.
know, but I mean that's my whole that's again my whole point with like marketing in this industry. Like it's what's gonna catch your attention. So like if it's a montage of playing video games or it's a montage of whatever that like
Yeah.
keeps our audience attention, but it's not just like laser scanning. Then people will hear the laser scanning while also being entertained by whatever the fuck it is in the background.
Yeah. And people, I think they want technical content.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they all say the same thing. There's not enough technical content. We want to learn something. And then
Yeah.
you put out a tutorial and it's like no one watches it. But you put out like hey, this new scanner versus that new scanner, and it blows up, right?
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, they don't want technical content until it's like, oh shit, I need to learn how to do this. So it's
Yeah.
like the people that actually listen to the technical content in their free time, they're the ones that end up going and getting great at job offers or doing their own thing and having successful businesses. And then the people who are like, no, I want to watch you play Grand Theft Auto while we talk about laser scanning. Those are the ones that are like the only time they actually want technical content is when they're facing a problem that they haven't
Yeah.
seen before.
Which
Oh
is
my
nice
god,
too. I
I'm
mean,
just getting hit by car by car by car. I'm sorry, guys.
that's right. We've all done that. The technical in a pinch. Uh, and then I was just talking to someone about this earlier. The LiDo's Lounge. Uh, I was about to stop recording them, right, and just keep on doing them, but never post them because like they get like 17, 18 views maybe. And then right as I was about to make that decision, someone reached out and was like, "Oh my god, I love these! I learned something new every week. The banter's amazing." And I was like, "All right, if that one person enjoys it, that's enough for me to keep on spending, an hour editing after this,
I mean, I don't know. Do you spend any time just scrolling reels on Instagram or Facebook, TikTok, whatever? You spend any
Oh,
YouTube Shorts, any of that?
never.
Never? Yeah, you do.
No,
Okay, you do.
I
I
Okay,
mean,
have
you
teenage,
actually do.
you don't have a
I have
Mac
teenage
talk?
daughters. I was an early adopter of TikTok, right? When it
There
was
you go.
musically, because I had to watch what those little shits were doing.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like turning this conversation and putting some sort of background that fits with our demographic, and like that will do really well. Even if it's like, I can't think about it.
What's
Grand
funny too
Theft Auto
about
is probably not a great example, but
yeah. What's funny about TikTok too is I had a 60-year-old surveyor come up and be like, "Dude, I love your content," and I'm like, "Oh, so you must be friends with me on LinkedIn?" And he's like, "No, TikTok," and I'm like, "What?" He has grandchildren, right? And they keep on sending him videos, and he had to download it to watch them, and then now he's on TikTok Survey World. Uh,
nice.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
dude, like you remember Flappy Bird when that came out?
no, it's
It
Flappy
was an
Bird.
iPhone app that
Oh,
was like one of the original games, and it's like you're just pressing the screen to get the bird to go through the maze without hitting anything. And like if you put this stuff with that background, that'll probably take off. Just because like people can watch Flappy Bird while watch
I
Flappy
see what you're
Bird while
talking about.
listening to this content. Yeah,
It's like the Reddit stories, right? Where they read the Reddit stories, and there's like different.
exactly. Yeah, and
Okay.
there's some dude making fucking carbonara.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I could probably get on the lathe and do some turning and then put this stuff behind it. That'd probably be.
I will accept a free title of marketing for LiDo's Lounge.
There you go. There you
You
go.
don't have to pay me anything. Just let me add that bullshit title to my resume so it looks like I do more things than I actually do.
There you go. There you go.
And then eventually someone's going to be like, dude, we should actually pay that guy to play GTA 5 while he does our marketing.
At least you could get GTA 6 for free, right? That would
Yeah,
be.
dude,
If you
fuck
would just
yeah.
share your screen, man, we could. I guess you can't.
Okay,
'Cause
I
it's double
can
playing.
actually. I can. I thought
Are you
about
playing
doing
on a
that.
computer?
Yeah, I am. Hold on. Oh,
Yeah, let's
fuck.
do that. We can talk about. I think be the best. We can give it a solid run.
Share this screen. I wonder. I know because you can
That's
stream
gonna
and
have
you
to.
can
What
do.
is that cop doing to that lady? I'm gonna have to edit that out.
What is happening here? Hold on. Why was I stuck? All right. I gotta go turn in. I gotta turn in a hacking device, and I'll show you guys my nightclub and my sick car. Dude, I got a 1-year-old son, man. This is like the only way I can decompress.
Oh yeah. No, dude,
Ah,
I loved when they were babies. That was the
Yeah.
best time for gaming. They would just fall asleep on my chest and like the missus isn't gonna bother you because there's a baby sleeping on you.
Right. All right, so that's delivered. Let's get out of. I got an arcade here too. My arcade is my staging grounds for everything. This is where I plan my big elaborate heists.
That's what we need is a fucking heist.
That's what we need.
Screw
Big
this
I
laser
know
heists.
tools,
someone
too.
that has a Regal 600i that I want.
Yeah, aren't they in Florida though? Can you
Perfect.
find?
We can have that on the boat to Cuba the next hour. Did you guys ever hear that story
Oh,
about?
dude, that's the one good thing about Regal though. You can't steal those motherfuckers. They're process. They're hold on. There's a chip inside of them that's locked to your license for processing. So if you
All
steal
right.
one, you can never process any data on it.
Oh wow.
All right, let
Did
me
you
blow up this truck. This is my pink truck.
So
For
Florida
one of me and my colleagues to ride around in.
historically bad for total station theft, right?
Yeah, correct.
Like to the point where they only use manuals, right, and are armed generally now. So for the longest time, I was like, where are all these total stations going? And then you guys remember a few years ago when the Olympics were held in Rio?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
Leica was down there doing a tour, and they're like looking around all this construction. They're like, "What are you telling the dealer? Why aren't your sales up? Look at all these Leica instruments around." And they started pulling, serial numbers, and they were all stolen out of Florida. Pretty much every Leica total station on a job down there was stolen out of Florida because they can just throw them on a boat and ship them down.
That's interesting. I can
Yeah.
imagine.
Be a way to get into the industry on a budget, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm convinced too. So we had one total station stolen that we never recovered, and it was interesting because they stole it from one job site, and then 2 days later they hit another one of our job sites and stole back sites. And so
Interesting. Some of them started their own business.
Yeah, and then when it was time for calibration, they probably just threw it away and stole another one, right?
We
I
had
don't even
one.
know. Yeah, I guess you'd have to.
We
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
couple
As soon as it goes
stolen
in for calibration, it's
a few years ago, and they were Trimble total stations. I got a call from our local a building point, or I think it was building point, and they said, "Hey, was this total station number such and such stolen?" I said, "Yeah, it was." They said, "If you can get us the police report, we'll help you get it back." So I did. I got the police report, sent it to them, and they totally pussed out. They wouldn't tell me who had it. Um, they were going. They said they contacted the police, but there wasn't anything they can do. They said the guy who bought it was trying to get it calibrated. So, but they wouldn't let him because it was stolen, and they were hoping that he'd bring it in, drop it off, and then I could come pick up our equipment. But then nothing ever happened. I contacted the police. I contacted them several times. They just wouldn't do anything, and they wouldn't tell because this person was a client of theirs. They wouldn't tell me who had the instrument. And I'm like, hey man, I just want it back. You know. Anyways.
yeah.
So even if these dealers find it, they're not going to help you fucking get it back.
Yeah, well, some of them will keep on trying to sell it. I mean, like a guy in Florida, he was still trying to sell it even though he knew it was stolen. But now Leicas have that locate, and Cougar Rankin had pretty good success. They had one company, their instrument was stolen, and they called the police, and the police were like, "Well, there's nothing we can do." And they're like, "No, we can literally direct you. It's going southbound on I-5 right now at 60 miles an hour." So the cops followed it, right? And they followed it to an apartment complex, and then they eventually followed it to an apartment, and then then they turned the alarm on because you can turn the alarm off with this locate. And the guys ditched it, and they found it under a dumpster, right? So they retrieved it. Awesome job, worked, right? Then they were a few days or a few weeks later, someone broke into their van, stole the same instrument, right? They track it to a car, and they can see it in the backseat of a car. So they call the police come, police start towing the car, and the guys are like, because the car's stolen too. And the guy's like, well, can I get my total station? They're like, no, it's evidence now. And they're like, crap. So it goes to the impound yard. That night, it had to be the same people. They broke into that car and stole that instrument again. But at that point, the battery on the locate was dead. And so it's just gone now.
Dang. That's
So the
weird.
police force has to pay for that total station, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's just crazy that they would go back. It means people are learning what these instruments are, right? Learning that there's value to them.
I don't know. I imagine it's like Joe Schmo that like worked at a survey company and is like, oh, I'm just gonna steal one to start my own thing.
Yeah.
But
Very much.
I can't imagine that, dude. I don't know. It's so wild. That's just the mindset.
Oh yeah, yeah. I only steal hearts, you know.
There you go.
Um,
I only
yeah.
steal cars in GTA.
GTA. I blame GTA, right? That's what they told
Yeah.
us in
Yeah,
the early
exactly.
2000s.
Yeah, that's why I'm a degenerate.
Yeah.
For
So,
sure.
well, that's our hour. I don't know if we want to keep on going. This is actually kind of a cool idea. But
Yeah, I don't hate it. Pretty
yeah,
good.
it's like watching a video while we do this.
I'm happy to stream for you guys every week.
Yeah, actually, I don't know how many of you play Call of Duty. We could all actually just play in a lobby.
That's not a bad idea. Talk about laser scanning while we're playing Call of Duty.
That's fun.
Dude, there's so many people that while waiting to process would watch our videos.
Oh, that's a genius.
Yeah.
Just saying, I play
Dude,
Rocket League too. So
you guys, I'm done giving you marketing ideas without the official marketing title.
You can have the official marketing title.
I need an offer letter.
You might get a couple good ideas out of this group. You never know.